Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO and we're back again yet again with the Lowe. Now, the Lowe, the reason I have not done the review yet is because I want to have at least the first class mastery in a tier 10 game. Easily doable, and I can guarantee that. I just have not had the right circumstances to do that yet. And honestly, I never thought I would complain about it, but I keep getting tier games. It's an odd problem to have when you're in a tier premium tank, but yeah. Prior to the buffs to this thing, I got nothing but tier 10 games. After the buffs, yeah, don't even know what to say. And this is me forgetting where to shoot an M6 mutant. Otherwise known as the alien, because the, yeah, and nobody noticed the Cromwell Bay there. How did no one notice that? Seriously? Like, I can't turn my turret sight on to that there, even though I just did that. But my turret's going to turn around again just fast enough to not get pinned by the M6. Yeah, he has a T29 gun. I don't particularly want to be shot in the face by him. And here I'm trying to time it to track him with his gun around the corner, but I mistime it a little bit, and that kind of fucks it up for me. And here's where the T-3485M just starts pinning me unbelievably reliably. Like, honestly, the fact he's using AP rounds kind of surprised me when I watched this back, because I wasn't paying attention whenever I was playing this initially, and you may notice that my turret is damaged. I do not repair that because I feel like it's unnecessary to repair that right now. But yeah, I think the changes to the T-3485M, I don't think I ever mentioned them in a video, because I don't know T-3485M. That thing got significant buffs too, and yeah, he's still paying me with AP. Actually, hang on, where the hell is he paying me? Actually, really, I'm not sure. But he's doing it unbelievably reliably, and I can't believe he is. I don't believe he's able to actually see that. I really don't believe he's able to see that there in this kind of position here. I mean, this mound of dirt here should be able to cover that, but I don't know, really. Like, that's where he's pinning me. I don't honestly know. He must either be pinning me below the turret, but he can't even do that anymore because it's 175 mil. I don't even know. Let's just continue here and see what happens. But this guy's accuracy with his shots and how pinpoint they are really caught me off guard when I was playing this game, because usually when you're playing against tier 6s in the Lowe, you just kind of point your armor towards them and you're fine. But that guy there really gave me some issues at the very start of this game, and right now I'm going to ignore him again because, well, there's an alien in front of me. I know it's called mutant, but it's actually the alien. Alien makes more sense if you think about it, considering the turret shape. It kind of has like the xenomorph overhang, if that makes sense. So yeah. Yeah, our team's losing pretty badly here. But here's where, I don't think I mentioned at the start, but there's some relevance to 9.18 with this video. I didn't repair my turret. If this had been 9.18, I would have repaired my turret already. And then by the time I killed that M6, I probably would have had my repair kit back in use. So if this had been 9.18, I wouldn't have had the problem with the turret that I have currently. And here's this T-3485M again. He's unbelievably precise with his shots. Honestly, it really caught me off guard when I was playing this game. So I believe I'm kind of leading at their target. So I decided to move forward here because I know there's a T-3485 and a Scorpion just to the south here. So I moved in this direction. I'm not moving towards the Emil because I know that'll put me in the middle between a Scorpion and the other tanks that are on the other flank, and I'm just like, I don't really want to do that, and I think the gun fucks. No, yeah, the gun fucked me there in terms of the damage it did. And this guy, I'm not sure if he was AFK or not, but I believe he moves eventually. But then the Scorpion pulls out in front of me. I'm not going to take that shot. I mean, it's a Scorpion showing me the drive wheel, allowing me to track him in place so that he can't actually do anything to me. And this M6 is actually perfect for me in terms of like hold down cover. I don't know why I didn't shoot the drive wheel there. That was kind of dumb. If I'm totally honest, so that was a bit of a stupid move on my part. But here I can see the T-3485, and I kill him off. Here's where the accuracy of the Lowe's gun comes into play. So that's pretty awesome. And let's just head over here. Now the ISU I spot in the field, and I'm immediately just like, I cannot stop here. I cannot stop here. If I stop here, I'm dead. So I continue moving forward. I'm going to try and kill the Scorpion as fast as possible. If the ISU had been facing forwards instead of facing to the side, he could have done some serious damage to me. But luckily, he didn't do that. And I just about get that shot off before the Scorpion could get a shot into me. So this is now a 1 versus 4 situation. It was a 1 versus 5. So remember, the turret, if this had been 9.18, I would have been able to repair it. But because it's not 9.18, I still have to deal with this. And if I had killed the T30, the other T3045 earlier, or no, wait, no, that's the other one. No, if I, actually, yeah, that actually is relevant. And then the M4, I can see him, so I'm going to shoot him. But yeah, oh, actually, wait, the T3045M did shoot the premium rounds. That's why he's able to pay me so reliably now. So, I thought he was paying me with AP rounds the entire time, but I'm just looking at this little area here, and he actually is shooting APCR. You can tell premium rounds because they're gold and not white. If they're white, they're standard rounds. If they're gold, they're premium rounds. That's a feature I forgot about for a long time until I noticed it the other day. Whenever I was fighting, I think it was a Borsig with the 150 Fahrenheit rounds, and then noticed it was coming up gold, and I was like, what the hell's... Oh, he's Fahrenheit rounds, right, that makes sense. And yeah, so, it's a pretty useful feature, and it's good to know what is actually firing at me and what kind of round they're using. So yeah, on 3 kills currently, about to shoot the M4, kill him off, and here is where the combination of the broken turret and the broken engine fuck me over completely, because I am trying as hard as I can to try and move. I can't, and this is where, if this had been 9.18, this was 100% a winnable game for me. One, because I would have repaired my turret way earlier in the game, so that my repair kit guaranteed would have been back up way, like, my repair kit would have been usable like 4 or 5 times in that period, and I wouldn't have been able to repair my engine, but crucially the turret would have been able to rotate at twice the speed it currently was able to. So that meant I would have been able to get the shot into the T3045M, and I would have been able to kill him, and then potentially have dealt with the ISU and the Hellcat. Now, the ISU, I think, it looks like he is using the BL10, so it's arguable whether or not I could have won that there. But I think if I had have killed the T3045M, I would at least have had a chance. But because this is 9.17.1 instead of 9.18, I wasn't able to repair the modules when I needed to, and I wasn't able to win that game. So yeah, that's one of the main things about 9.18 that a lot of people don't realize is going to be a significant game changer. Like, no longer if you're in like a Leopard PTA or something like that there, and you get ammo racked at the very start of the game, and you get ammo racked again off your repair, no longer is your game just basically over. Now you can repair multiple times, and you don't need to worry about having multiple repair costs, because that will mean, like, the way the consumables are designed from 9.18 on, you pay for it once. If you use it once, you pay for it. If you use it 3 times, it costs the same price as if you used it once. So yeah, and that also makes me think that perhaps automatic fire extinguishers will be usable multiple times, or maybe manual fire extinguishers. I don't know. I haven't really looked into the fire extinguisher, but I know the med kits and the small repair kits will be usable multiple times. So I'm really looking forward to 9.18, because it means like situations like this won't happen again, where because my turret's broken, I wasn't able to react fast enough to actually win that game, which is kind of sad, because that was a really solid game. I mean, 3,700 damage, 2,000 blocked. I was doing really well there until Prem rounds came into the equation, although he was pinning me reliably earlier. I don't know why he switched to premium rounds. As far as I'm aware, that thing does not have an issue with ammo capacity, so he just started spamming premium rounds for no apparent reason, especially since he had my ass to shoot at. So yeah, and then there's the Hellcat, and I honestly think I could have won that situation, and I wouldn't have. There's some situations where I wouldn't have taken damage if I had have had or I would have had less of a chance of taking damage if I had had the turret fully operational. So yeah, so unfortunately that game is a loss instead of being a win. You could also say that part of it's because my team just kind of crumbled on one flank. I mean, we were down like 6 tanks, I believe, at one point. So yeah, but I believe that's about everything I really have to say right now. So that kind of like that's kind of the link to 9.18 that I've made. Like, the reusable consumables, people do not realize how big of a game changer that is going to be. I mean, that is going to be so massive. I mean, like, first of all, it's basically going to remove the use of wet ammo racks. Because everybody's just going to run safe stowage. Nobody's going to run a wet ammo rack anymore. Because you'll be able to repair your ammo rack multiple times in a game. So the wet ammo rack consumable or equipment module is basically dead. Nobody's going to use that again ever. Because safe stowage pretty much covers you. You're not going to get ammo rack exploded if you have safe stowage. That's pretty much guaranteed. I believe it doubles the health of your ammo rack or some shit. So yeah, it's going to have a profound effect on the way the game is played, and honestly, I think it'll change the game for the better because it'll make people a lot more aggressive, and they won't have as much of a reason to be campy, if that makes sense. So yeah, it also has a big benefit for light tanks. Light tanks are notorious for having easily damaged critical modules. So yeah, so I believe that's everything I really want to sum up about the link to 9.18 in this video. So yeah, let's go on to the post-game stats. Okay, so we are back with the stats. This was a first class mastery with a high caliber, 1158 XP earned in that game. So, pretty decent considering it was a loss. So, well, although you need to take into account the high caliber is like a battle hero award, which means that I would get the same amount of XP that you would get if you were on the winning team. So technically, if I had been on the winning team, I would have had the highest XP in the game. So yeah, 3,732 damage done, 4 kills, 740 XP, but if you take into account the courageous resistance or whatever the hell it's called, that puts you up to 1,158, yeah it was. So in this game, I think I performed pretty well in that game. Like I did pretty much everything you would expect of a top tier heavy. I may have been a little too passive at the beginning. That's probably the only critique I could give myself on that one. But overall, I think I did everything I was supposed to do in terms of playing as a top tier heavy tank on Himmelsdorf. So it's a wee bit disappointing that I wasn't able to pull that out, but yeah, it kind of shows you why the reusable consumables in 9.18 are going to be such a huge game changer. They are going to pretty much totally change the meta because vehicles that weren't viable before because they were just too weak module wise are suddenly going to become significantly more viable because I know things like the Borsig really suffer because its front drive wheel I believe has the engine right behind it, so you would often get your engine and the tracks knocked out in one shot, so you have a yellow engine and red tracks. So things I got there won't be as much of a factor next patch, so this is going to be a gigantic change in the way the game plays. But that actually the talk I had with that T3045M driver after this game, it kind of reminded me of a video I meant to make ages ago about just talking about DPM versus consistency and why the Centurion, like I was going to mainly focus on Centurion 7.1 and the Couldve for that video because well, both of them have fairly consistent guns with higher pen, fairly good accuracy and all. So they're able to more consistently do the damage than something with a ridiculous rate of fire and kind of mediocre gun stats. So yeah, I feel like I should make that video, consistency versus DPM. Because DPM, yes, you have the higher potential, but it's all about making use of that potential. And if you can't make use of that potential, what the fuck's the point? Like honestly, what the fuck's the point in having all that DPM if you can't use it? It's kind of like there is one machine in the game which is there's like a really serious problem with it, where you can't actually use the DPM, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It has a massive DPM. Oh yeah, the SU-152 with the 122mm gun has a ridiculous DPM, but you can't use it because the pen's too low. So that's just like one example of like what I mean by the and also the SU-152 has no armor at all, so if it gets hit, it's going to get panned, except if you hit the mantlet. So its survivability is also kind of shit. So yeah, I really need to make that video on DPM versus consistency, because I feel like that's an important topic, and a lot of people kind of ignore consistency and instead go for just raw DPM purely because it's DPM and because Quickie maybe said it was good, everybody thinks it's good. It's not always the best option, in my opinion, and I feel like I should make a video trying to update people on that there and like how about how you can change your playstyle and like how the different factors in different vehicles will change the way a game can go. So yeah, I'll do that there at some point. I'm going to work on it pretty soon after I finish the live review. I've gotten the garage part of it done and the top tier game done. I just haven't gotten the bottom tier game done yet. So I'm trying to choose which game I want to use for that there. Then I'll put that there out probably some point next week. So yeah, I think that's about everything I need to cover in this video. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.